Ladies and gentlemen, listen up for some big news. Something big is happening in Houston. And if you're a Texans fan, you need to hear it all the way through. One of the team's key players has broken his silence with a powerful statement. This team is not going to settle for the playoffs after a year of ups and downs, devastating injuries, and a bitter elimination. The big question is, does this roster have what it takes to take the next step? Well, he believes it does. If you want to know who he is, what he said, and how it impacts the Texans' future, subscribe to the channel and click like, because this analysis is going to be hot right now. Let's talk about Nico Collins. The Houston Texans wide receiver appeared on NFL Network and opened up about his team's exit from the playoffs. Collins said the team's mindset hasn't changed. The sky's the limit for everyone on this team, he said, showing that the confidence in the locker room remains intact. He continued, I can't wait for everyone to get back in the building so we can pick up where we left off. We left with a bitter taste in our mouths from the loss to Kansas City, but we know what needs to be done to take the next leap. We're focused. Let's face it, this statement couldn't have come at a better time. The Texans didn't outplay the Chiefs, even with CJ Stroud having a solid game with 245 yards and Joe Mixon rushing for 88 yards. The offense worked well, but when push came to shove, the opportunities were gone. Collins makes it clear that Houston isn't far away, they're very close. But will that conviction translate into results? One thing is for sure, Nico Collins' talk is what Texans fans want to hear. But words don't win games. The big question is, can this team actually take the next step? Or will we face another season of empty promises? The Texans have faced an absurd wave of injuries. In 2024, tank. Dell and Stephon Diggs are out for the season. Collins is calling it quits. And now Diggs could be a free agent. Dell may not be 100% by the start of the year, and Nick Caserio needs to step up if Houston believes it's on the verge of a comeback. If the front office doesn't make the right moves, all that confidence will mean nothing come January.
So I want to hear from you, Texans fans. Do you believe Nico Collins' words?
Is this Texans team on the verge of something special? Or are there still some missing pieces that could make it deeper into the playoffs? Leave your comment below, subscribe to the channel, and hit the like button. Because if there's one thing we know about Houston, it's that this team has talent. Now they just need to show it at the right time. Have you ever seen a team make a bold move, go all in, and fail miserably? That's exactly what happened to veteran defensive tackle Denoi. When the Texans brought him in on a 2-year, $20 million contract, the expectation was clear, to bolster their pass rush and solidify their defense. But 2024 was an absolute disaster. First, a 6-game suspension for violating the NFL's substance abuse policy. Then, a lackluster performance of 13 tackles and 3 sacks in 10 games. Houston could free up $6 million in cap space by cutting I. It's a move that makes sense. But will the Texans act? If they don't cut Den away, they're making a strategic mistake. A veteran player coming off a suspension who has produced so little, is that acceptable? Absolutely not. If Houston wants to remain a defensive force, they need to make that decision now. What do you think, Texans fans? Do you agree that this decision could define the future of the defense? Houston has a golden opportunity to shed a hefty contract and further strengthen the roster. Comment below. I want to hear from Texans Nation. And don't forget to click like to support the channel. If you love football and want to stay up to date with the biggest NFL news, subscribe now. Here we tell the truth, no matter who it hurts. Texans fans, you won't believe what could be about to happen. The offseason has begun and rumors are only growing about a change that could transform the team's offense. We're talking about a decision that could change the fate of the franchise for years to come. Ever since CJ Stroud arrived at the Houston Texans, the front office has made it clear that the intention is to compete at the top of the NFL. And now, more than ever, the priority is to provide the young quarterback with an even more powerful offense. With the uncertainty surrounding Stephon Diggs and Tank Dell, Emeka Egbuka's name emerges as a perfect fit for Houston. The Ohio State wide receiver already has a history of success alongside Stroud. In their final season together at the college level, Egbuka recorded 74 receptions for 151 yards and 10 touchdowns. The connection between Stroud and Egbuka could be just what the Texans need to elevate their passing game. The idea of drafting Egbuka was first floated by Pro Football Focus, which noted that the receiver would be a valuable asset to the Texans, key to strengthening Houston's offense. During his final college season, Egbuka racked up 81 receptions, 102 yards, and 10 touchdowns, proving he's ready for the NFL. Having a talented and reliable wide receiver like Egbuka could be the missing piece for Houston to establish itself as one of the most dangerous offenses in the league. The next few months will be crucial to determining that answer. And now, fans, if this partnership between CJ Stroud and Emeka Egbuka materializes, the Texans' offense could take a giant leap forward. Do you think Houston should bet on this duo and go after Egbuka in the draft? Or is there another name you'd rather see on the team? Comment below and let's discuss. Don't forget to hit the like button to support the channel. If you love the Texans and want to stay up to date with the biggest news about the team, subscribe now. I'll be here and see you in the next video.